Miles and the Messy Paintbrush by Veronica Paris. Miles couldn't believe what he saw on the school flyer. His school was having an art contest, and the top prize was a brand new bike. But not just any bike, the Super Rocket 3000. Miles could imagine cruising through the streets, the wind rustling his fur, and riding faster than all the kids in town. He had to win. After school, he immediately went into his room and set up his art supplies. He painted a turtle. He painted a rainbow. He painted a bus. But Miles didn't like any of his paintings. Each evening after school, he painted and painted and painted. None of his paintings looked like he imagined they would. They were all messy. He was beginning to lose hope that he could win. Just then, his sister Ava walked in. She was a brilliant artist and always made painting look so easy. "Can you help me?" Miles pleaded. "I want to win the school art contest, but I'm just not good at painting." "Sure, let's see. You paint something and I'll paint something and we'll see what we do differently," Ava replied. Miles dunked his brush into the paint. He swished his brush this way and that. Ava's brush seemed to float above the paper. Her painting came together like magic, without scratchy lines and random blobs. "What do you notice we're doing differently?" Ava prodded. "I don't know," Miles sighed. "Let me show you," Ava exclaimed. "First, wash your brush. It's a mess. Then form the bristles to a neat point. Next, hold your paintbrush at the bottom near the bristles and make sure it's standing straight up, not on an angle like a pencil. Make sure that the paint is only on the bristles of the brush. Only the very tip of your brush should touch the paper. Keep your hand steady by resting your wrist on the table or by using your pinky as an anchor. Otherwise, your hand will be wobbly." Miles followed all the directions and gave it another shot. This time, his lines were thinner and neater, but the paint still looked faded and scratchy. "What am I doing wrong?" he asked. "You forgot to reload your brush, silly," Ava giggled. "Anytime you notice that the paint starts to look scratchy, it means you need more paint on your brush." Miles tried it again. The more he practiced, the easier it became. Suddenly, his picture started coming together. Before he knew it, Miles was painting with beautiful, even lines. He spent every night for the next week painting picture after picture. Finally, he had the best painting he'd ever done. On the day of the art contest, Miles could hardly contain his excitement, but when he saw all the other beautiful paintings, he became nervous. "I'll be crushed if I don't win the bike," he thought. The judges oohed and ahed at all the paintings. They pointed, smiled, and discussed each painting in detail. Then the moment came when they revealed their winner. There, sitting on his painting, was a shiny red second-place ribbon. He knew he should have felt sad that he didn't win the bike, but instead, Miles felt proud. Just a few weeks ago, his paintings were a mess, and now they were beautiful and neat. He decided that he'd keep practicing. He had a whole year before the next art contest, and he was sure he would win if he kept working on his painting skills. Besides, he thought, next year they'll probably have an even cooler prize. The end.